Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's to do with the new A1200NG with the new CPU Boost upgrade. So as you can see at the moment on the screen, you should have started receiving all of your machines. Hopefully everyone's enjoying it. You should have had a nice glossy box and your manual. As you can see, mine's on the screen at the moment. Right, today's video is going to be done by hand, so we can get a bit closer to the actual machine, and I can show you to do with the new CPU Boost. So we'll move this out of the way, because I don't need that up there, because I don't want it falling down. Right, so I'm going to pick up my webcam. I'll try and do it as slow as I possibly can so it doesn't go too blurred, so please be patient. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my A1200NG up, and if we come in a bit closer, you can see right along the back is your mounting plate that you should have received with your kit. Okay, you should have got your orange pie that you already know about, and as you can see, I've also got the extended kit to extend the height of the antenna. As you can see quite clearly, is a lot taller, so they've moved it away from the actual board itself. So you can see I'm using an original 1200 floppy drive. That's mine. Okay, so today it's all to do with the CPU Boost. Right, so what we'll do is, if I lift this out gently without pulling it on the cabling, okay, and there is your Pi, okay, with the new heatsink on board. I'll come around slowly. Okay, as you can see, it's all on there nicely. That's what you will get as part of your kit upgrade. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it round to my other hand, so I can actually put this back in place. It's very straightforward to attach everything on. They supply you all of the bits and pieces to bolt the heatsink on. If you wonder why I've got a bit of blue tack on it, it's just so when the keyboard gets connected, it doesn't cause a short out or anything, but to be honest, it shouldn't do. I've just put it on there to protect myself. Right, so push it into position. Okay, so you've now got it all screwed in place. It's very, very straightforward. I'm going to connect up my HDMI, and you do not need to connect. I've got an RJ45 extender because I use wired connections around the house, but in this case, if you don't need it, don't use it. You can use the Wi-Fi antenna. Okay, if you wonder what the fan is, that was just an experiment for me, just to see if I could get the system running even cooler. It doesn't require it. I've just done it as an experiment to see if I could improve on it. So you don't need it, because it's more than adequate with the actual heatsink all comes with it. So as you can see, I've got an SD card extension, so I don't have to keep physically opening the machine up. to get to the SD card. That is for my purpose, because as you know, most of you already know, I'm one of the beta testers, so it's more convenient for me to pop it in and out through the back. I've had to customize to fit in, as you can see. It's very straightforward. I'll try and bring you round to the back of the unit. You can see the blanking plate fills in all the gaps, no problem at all. Okay, you should have been supplied all of the bits and pieces to fit it in the machine correctly. Okay, so this is going to be more part one of today's video. So then I can actually show you the software. I have mentioned this in my previous video, but I wanted to show you in a bit more in depth of what's inside the machine, and hopefully everyone is now starting to get theirs. All the screws are all supplied. You can see my compact flash. Okay, that's been talked about already in the previous videos, but today we're not talking about that at all. Okay, so you can see it all fits in there snug. Now this piece just here where my finger's pointing, you will be getting a trapdoor cover, vented. So as you can see, I don't have one at the moment because I have my own 3D printer. I just haven't had the chance to print one out yet to go in there. But Amiga Kit will supply that as part of the upgrade for the CPU Boost. So you get your heat sink, all your bolts, your thermal paste, well, thermal stickers I would say they should be. And you also get the blanking plate to go in the bottom there as well. So that is your more in depth of what's going on. So hopefully I will do the next section of the video, so I'll see you there in a mo. Okay guys, welcome back. Now we're going to show you the secondary part of the video to do with the software side of it. As you can see, we got a blank screen at the moment, so I'm going to physically turn the machine on. We'll wait for the system to boot up. So this is completely from a cold start. Right, so we now get the jingle started, the sound. Okay, so we can now continue. Okay, so if you wish to here, you can press your F12 or F10 in my circumstances, and it'll take you straight into Workbench. Or on your keypad or joypad. I've not plugged it in. Let's get my pad. We'll quickly plug that in. Right, plug my pad in. Okay, so you can see I'm up to 1082 beta. This should be being released very soon. It's got some new other updates, just a few minor ones just to sort out a few bugs, but rather than that, it has done even better. So today, we're going to get out of the main menu. Okay, so what we need to do is I need to go up the top here. Okay, so the first thing I'll quickly show you, I have mentioned this in my previous video. If you go to your menu on your left hand side, go down to audio, okay, and you can see where it says play boot jingle on startup. As you can see, mine is already pre-selected, so it boots up at the beginning. But you do now have the option to turn this off. So next time you reboot, it will not play the jingle at all anymore. Some people prefer to have it, and some people prefer not to have it. But I prefer to just have it turned off. I've got so used to the jingle now, and we'll leave it from there. Okay, so you know about that now. So when you go to do a full reboot or cold reboot, next time it will not play the jingle at all. The only time it will play the jingle is when there is an update available. When the update is complete, it will do the jingle, just to say it's basically done its update. But when you go to do another reboot or cold boot, the jingle will not play. It's only on update only. Okay, so basically what you all want to know about. So if we go into your games and your applications, and today people want to see how the boost system works. So if I load up my Amiga OS 3.2, go into edit, okay, and you can scroll down. I'll go down slowly so you can, in case somebody else hasn't already done this. This is my setup for 3.2. As you can see, I'm using the latest ROM. Please remember, you've got to purchase your own ROMs. Right, keep going down. As you can see, mine's already pre-selected for everything. Okay, my hard file and everything. So if we scroll back up, and what people want to know really is to do with this section just here where it says CPU Boost. Standard, where it's unticked, it means the CPU is not at its maximum speed. So what I'll do is we'll leave it where it is, just to show you the difference in speed. Okay, so if I load up my Workbench 3.2, just wait for it to boot up. Okay, so my 3.2 is now booted. I'll go to system info. Okay, as you can see on the screen, if we do a speed test, I'll do it 3 times to get an average of a speed. This is with the CPU boost not turned on. As you can see at the moment, it's 229. We'll do again. Okay, that's come down slightly. We'll do it again. Okay, so 229 was the highest it did, but it gives us an average speed. Okay, right, so we'll quit out of here, quit back to the main menu. Okay, go to your edit. Okay, now when you tick it, it actually comes up and tells you make sure you have a heatsink required. You ain't going to get this option unless you've purchased the upgrade kit. So you can't really make a mistake because the option will not be there until you've brought the upgrade. because you will be given a license key number to punch in, and then it activates this function. So please make sure you do have your heatsink on, so they're not going to be responsible if you do not have the heatsink on it. But for you to get it, you will need to purchase the kit and the key. Right, so it's already pre-selected, so save it. Okay, and then restart. Right, we'll wait for it to boot again. Okay, so it's now rebooted, so we'll go back into system info. Okay, and we'll do the 3 tests again. Okay, as you can see straight away on the first test, it's now 287, so that's a big increase in processing. We'll do it 2 more times. And as you can see, it has made a big improvement on the speed of the system. So that's all I can really say on that bit. Right, so we'll quit out. Okay, I'll show you another operating system. Quit. We'll go down to 3.1. Okay, go into edit. And as you can see, it's unticked. Exit. Click start. So this is just the basic 3.1 system with nothing specially set up except for the RG, the graphics mode. Okay, so there's your basic 3.1. Right, system info. Scroll down. Okay, so we're running 3.1 ROM as well. So we'll do the same test again. We'll do 3 times. Okay, so you can see it's 205. We'll do it again to see if it improves. So that's just improved a bit more. Okay, so 230 is the highest in CPU turned off. So we'll exit out of here. We'll quit back out. We'll go down to edit again and turn it on. Click save and restart. Just waiting for it to restart up. Okay, so we're back in again. Right, system info. Okay, we'll do the same test again 3 times. Okay, you can see straight away a big improvement already. I'll do it 3 times. So that was 92. That's slightly down. Slightly down. So 292 was the highest. Yeah, so that is a big improvement. A big improvement. Right, exit out of here. Right, we'll quit back to the main menu. Okay, we'll now go to the game section. And the game I'll do is we'll do Jimmy Power. This one requires a little bit extra kick to play the music a lot better. So we'll go into edit, make sure it's turned off. As you can see, it's turned off. So we'll click start. We'll wait for it to boot the game. Okay, so you can hear the sound just slightly a bit lower, but when you go to do the gameplay, okay, so that gives you a bit of the gameplay with a bit of the sound. So we'll quit back out. We'll go into edit again, and now we'll select the CPU Boost. Click save and restart. And you should, in theory, hear the music play much better than what it was when we first did it. The sound has improved. The gameplay should be near enough exactly the same. Oh well. Okay, so that gave you that. So yes, that was a big improvement. Right, so what we may be able to do now, if we go back to my workbenches, and which one have I got it on? I think it's on this one. Right, go into edit, I'm going to play maximum speed. Press start. This is my OS 3.1 Classic. We're going to see if we can get a game in here running. Right, so this is my classic workbench. I've got to try and remember where I put everything. Where did I put everything? There we go, that's what I wanted to see. Right, Doom. And as you can see, there's no issues playing Doom. Let's see if I can do this today. No, didn't want to do that. But no, I ain't gonna get there. Oh well, there you go. So you can play Doom, no problem at all. Right. I didn't want to do that. Resume. Yeah. Quit back out. Right. The one I wanted is not in here. So what we'll quickly do is we'll go back to the desktop. So there we go. So today was all to do with the CPU boost, just to give you a bit of an idea of what you can do with the new CPU boost. It does work extremely well. On some things it will probably work even better, and on some things it probably won't make much of a difference. But you've already seen the difference in the speed. You've heard a bit of the gameplay for the sound. It does improve the sound. Doesn't mean to say that all games require the extra boost at all, because most of the games I've tested so far work perfectly happily with the standard settings. So if you want to use the CPU boost in a workbench, and if you want to do something like maybe some graphics work, and some other odds and ends, maybe music, I'm not sure, everyone's got a different opinion, and you can go from there. So just remember, if you do decide you want to purchase it, you need to purchase from Amiga Kit, so you get the full kit, and you also get a license key, and the bonus you also get is you will get a cover for the blanking plate to go down underneath. So that's a nice little extra bonus as well. And that's it. Okay, hopefully I will see you in the next video. For now, have a nice day.